Hey, greetings all. This is Dr. Bankhead here at the Struggle in Thinking Out Loud, picking up the story where I left off. So, I will admit David was the love of my life. Okay. He was one person that accepted me just for being who I was. We had a great time together. He showed me a lot of historical sites in the area. We would spend time at the marina where his boat was docked. We went to a curio shop one time, and this man actually had me singing out in public. And I'll never forget that he told me that I didn't have to work hard at all because he liked me just the way I was. And no one had ever told me they liked me just the way I was. That's the first time I'd ever heard anybody tell me that. And it really made me feel good, and we had a great time together. We watched a movie with Vanessa Williams. I believe it's called Dance with Me. And a lot of that story mirrored his life's experiences as well. And it was a very touching story. And we had, I believe we trauma bonded. And so, because he had daddy and mommy issues, and I had daddy and mommy issues, and we kind of bonded like that. So, anyway, I really had missed him a lot. And just the thought that he was around, I felt good about that. I really wasn't sure about that thing about it was him and he was back kind of thing, though. That just kind of was like weird, to say the least. But I have a friend, and my friend is a psychic medium. And I felt compelled to contact her to discuss this with her because I really hadn't had any contact with people who had transitioned before. I mean, not any responses anyway. So this was really a new experience for me. So I contacted her, and she said she would check into it for me. And then she began to relay messages to me from David. He loved me. He always loved me. The reason why we had conflicts was because he was embarrassed about his situation. He wasn't in a position to provide for me and protect me the way he wanted to as a man. And I knew that was true because this man spent his last dime. I mean, he was on Social Security disability living on a boat because he couldn't afford even 30% of what he was making for an apartment, much less find one. And the boat docking was less than any apartment. That's why he was on the boat. And it wasn't a houseboat. It was a you could stay on the boat, but it wasn't built for living on. And he was living on the boat. So in the summer it was too hot, and in the winter it was too cold. And it had a little galley refrigerator, which was maybe what, 2 feet high, 4 feet wide. No, no, 2 feet high, maybe 1.5 feet wide. So it wasn't conducive to living in at all. And I think that actually complicated things for him. And that's why he expired. But anyway, yeah, he told me that he loved me and he asked me to marry him. And I was caught up in emotion and I said yes. And so now I'm interdimensionally married. I have a whole spiritual husband. And he said to me that he was here, that we had a contract together where he would leave and I would stay, and together we would work on elevating humanity. And he said that he was going to be with me, and at a certain point in time, he would introduce me to the divine masculine that I would be living the rest of my life happily ever after with. So I was like, okay. I said, what are you here for? What are you here for now? He said that he was here to give me love and to provide and to protect for me. And I said, okay. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. Excuse me. You know, the nose is rubbing. Itching. The nose is itching and I'm rubbing it. I don't know why I say that. So backwards. Anyway, so I was married on August the 4th, 2023, to the only man I have ever really, truly, honestly, and completely and totally loved. Anyway, and I hope that doesn't hurt anyone's feelings. It's not my intent to hurt anyone's feelings. This is a matter of reflection. This is what I got after I reflected. Yeah, at the time I might have said I loved you, and at the time I might have thought I loved you, but in reflection, it was just a fleeting emotion, and I loved you, but it wasn't the type of real romantic, real heartfelt, real you belong to me, I belong to you love. No, wasn't that. Anyway, David said he was here to provide and to protect. And I was real curious about how he was going to provide because he's up wherever, a part of all that is now. And he's not here in the physical realm, so I wasn't sure how that was going to work. But anyway, I believed him and I took a we'll wait and see kind of attitude as far as is this real or is this make believe? Is this really happening or are you hallucinating? Are you dreaming or is this reality? So I had questions. I had a lot of questions. And because I was in the state of questioning the whole situation, I got some cheap wedding rings so that I could wear something physical as a reminder that I had taken this step. This, shall we call it a leap of faith? I guess we'll call it a leap of faith. Anyway, this is Dr. Bankhead at the Struggle Inn. I'm grateful, for I'm fully great. I'll see you at the next installment. Please like, subscribe, comment below, and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.